lifestyle's been freezing cold like the diamonds in they chain, no lab-grown stones. Jimmy boy, you been ballin', sit on the throne. Ain't never sold shit, clone, get your ass on. That bullshit is for the rodeo, it don't belong. Blowing on that donut beat pack from the biggest bone. From Cape Town to H-Town, they hold it down. Internationally respected, you see the crowns. Dust Brothers and Theme Kings, we all hustlers. Been ballin' like Jimmy Boy was feeding customers. Cold as ice, the block coming cop from us. Realest podcast in the world that can't fuck with us. This lifestyle we live, man, it's cold as ice. We took a chance to fall, now we set the price. This lifestyle we live, man, it's cold as ice. We took a chance to ball, now we setting the price. Let's get it.
What up, y'all? You were listening to the world famous Cold as Ice podcast coming to you live from Hollywood, California. I am going solo dolo on that ass today. Jimmy Boy is in Vietnam. Actually, he's in London right now. So, yo, it's one of the co-hosts, your boy, Ben Baller, not Ben Humble, a.k.a. the Wash Lord, a.k.a. the Korean Liam Neeson, a.k.a. the Korean Earl Woods. This show is brought to you by none other than the 8-time podcast producers of the year. That would be the Dust Brothers, a.k.a. the Captains, Miles Davis, Jordan Winter, with original theme song by Illegal Kartel coming out of Central California, Fresno. Yo, what's up, everyone? Guys, again, I was not expecting to go solo dolo. Jimmy is probably eating. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but some updates. So I'm just going to give you guys a short update of the show and all that stuff and everything. But next week, there's a high chance that Jimmy is going to have to go solo dolo for the first time. He's never done that before, but he's kind of warmed up. I feel like we took the training wheels off and he's good. You know, I think he could hold this down. Reason being, really, I could just tell you guys to go fuck off and say it's none of your business, but I have court next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's really important. I don't have time to fucking record. My mind has to be on my super A game. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday. If you do not know, or you've been living underneath in sombrero for like the last 3 days, Donald J. Trump is the 47th president of the United States of America. I know a lot of people are mad, but what I do know is that, the people have spoken, right? And, there's two sides to, or three sides to every story, right? There's their side, your side, and the truth. I saw a discussion, and there's been a lot of fucking talk. I'm so glad this shit is over, and I know there's going to be some bullshit going on or whatever. One thing I will say is I don't think Kamala. I am not going to see her act like a sore loser. We will see what happens in the next 4 years. Do I think that my life is going to be personally affected? I don't really think so. And we'll discuss that in a little bit. But first off, I do want to congratulate all the people from Trump, industries that I work with and Trump Corporation. That would be obviously congrats to Lily, congrats to Keith, congrats to Larry Glick, congrats to Eric Trump, congrats to all the Trump people that have supported me, supported the Wash Lord Invitational. The third annual Wash Lord Invitational will be at Trump National Golf Course in Los Angeles, technically Palos Verdes, May 2025. It's going to be extra crazy. And then expect a Miami Wash Lord Invitational later in the year at Trump Doral, aka the Blue Monster. It's going to be dope. Yeah, man. So again, I'm seeing, the last 72 hours have just been shit, right? And to tell you the truth, the last 6 months have been shit. The last 2 years, I've never seen so much political just agenda, salad, fucking soup, you name it, just all being thrown in your face, no matter what you want to do. You guys have known in the 4+ years that I've had this show, almost 5 years, I have never discussed politics on this show. And very rarely. And I've said my shit, I've talked my shit, I've made my little, funny little jokes, Dick Stain, Donald Trump, all that stuff and everything else, Sleepy Joe, all the everything. This is probably the last time I'm going to say this. I've been a registered Republican since 1992. I did vote for Barack, and I voted for Bernie Sanders in 2020. Now, this year, my vote doesn't matter in the state of California. It just doesn't. That was probably the only state where Kamala did have a landslide. Other than that, she got her ass whooped. And am I happy about it? I mean, I don't know. I don't really. It's really wouldn't have changed. I didn't think that. I at first I was like, you know what? Nah, man, Trump's gonna tap that ass. And then I was like, you know what? This woman has gained momentum. And so I really can't call it. And I placed a large bet on Donald and I won. And I felt like, you know what? Anything can happen. So me and my girl were sitting here talking. She's a pretty strong liberal. And I told you I got, even though I've been a registered Republican, I pretty much kind of lean a little bit towards the middle. If anything, I might be on the right a little bit, but not far right at all whatsoever. But, she thought that Trump was more of a favorite and, it'd be a fight. Now, because this show is recorded before Friday, I don't know the exact total vote, but it looks like it's going to be an ass whooping. Now, the problem that I have is there are so many people that are willing to fuck up a friendship, relationship with family, co-workers, whatever. And that's why they always do say, do not speak about religion or politics amongst anyone unless you're super close with, because that starts trauma. Now, I know my sister ain't going to talk to me for the next 2 or 3 days. And I know that sometimes she listens to the show and she's like, Jesus Christ, man, I can't believe you get paid for talking like this. And then I'm like, well, what the fuck? It's what makes America great, right? Or whatever makes the world great. I've been doing this for a long time. This is 100% professional podcasting, guys. But my problem is, I don't give a fuck what religion you are. I don't care what color of skin you have. I don't care who you vote for. All I care is, are you a decent person? Do you lie? Do you cheat? Do you steal? No? Cool. Then I'm good with you. That's all it is. I talk my shit. I do my thing. I am a lot different in person when people actually interact with me than I am online, and a lot of people, I'm sure they are. Some people are exactly who you think they are. Some people are scared to go outside. Some people are scared to meet people and have social interaction. I don't actually, love interacting with people, but when I do, I am genuinely a nice a person, unless I'm with my kids and I don't want to talk, so I will continue somewhat of a conversation if I feel like it's interesting. If it's just some regular bullshit, I'm going to be very kind and be short and keep it pushing. Anyways, going back to where's the country going now? I don't know. The economy is obviously in a bad place. Sidebar, real funny joke. I walk into Sephora with my girlfriend today, and it is just before 4:00, right? Weekday. And it's fucking packed. There's 13 girls in line. I can't get help from any employees. There's a ton of employees in there helping somebody out. And we're about to head to San Diego. So, my girl's in there. And that's not natural. Look, Sephora's always killed it. But I've seen this huge Sephora headquarters store, or, they're one of the flagship stores where it wasn't that busy. But these women in there going crazy. Face wash is $40. Motherfucking serums and creams are like $200-$300 fucking dollars. A woman could hold on. My girlfriend's actually in the room right now. Babe, couldn't a girl spend $1,000 in Sephora, no problem?
Yeah, I just spent $1,000.
Okay. So think about that. Guys, I didn't know this. And I'm sure a lot of guys listening to this podcast, because remember, 68% that listen to the show are men. Okay. And then 30% are women. I don't know where the other 2% fucking land. That makes no sense to me. But 60% of you men out there listen to the show. Did you know that women could spend $1,000 on makeup? I had no idea. By the way, could you spend $2,000 in there if you just had a free for all?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, is it possible for someone like Kim?
It's a bag that is like this small. That's like $2,000 worth of stuff.
So if they were just like, hey, listen, you have 30 minutes, whatever the fuck you want to do, could you spend $5,000 in there?
Yes.
Holy Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm in the wrong business.
Give me 10 minutes.
I need to stop selling jewelry, and I need to sell makeup. So by the way, my friend Lily Galici, she was on Shaw of the Sunset. She was popular for other things. she's actually going through divorce as well right now. My condolences, Lily, or maybe congratulations. I don't know. And I do know, but I don't want to speak about it publicly. She has one of the most popular eyelash and not weave, but wig or hairlines, whatever. And when I found out how much she was making off eyelashes, I almost wanted to vomit on myself. And the hair extensions, all that stuff. She had sat down with the vice president of Sephora in San Francisco, and the person knew me. Why the vice president of Sephora knows me, and I didn't even know they're fucking based in San Francisco, blew my mind away. But now that I think about what Fenty did, and when Rihanna was speaking to, it wasn't Fortune, it wasn't Forbes, it was another huge business magazine, might have been NPR, and then Kylie was talking about Kylie Cosmetics, and then my friend Tony Ko, who owned NYX makeup company, I had no idea it was at that level. I always thought that lipstick was $7, okay? Until I found out that my nieces, Zoe and Sydney, who I love, by the way, I know you listen to the show sometimes, Zoe and Sydney, when they turned 18, I went and bought them Chanel lipstick. And I went to Bloomingdale's because I was like, I'm just gonna get some lipstick. So I got them 2 lipsticks each, and I thought the motherfucker was gonna be $20. Man, bro, when I found out how much fucking Chanel lipstick was, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I was like, man, this is fucking crazy. So the fact that my girlfriend just said that it's easy to spend $5,000 if you could just go crazy in there. And she told me like, La Mer and these other brands that have this, like, it's like imagine like a thing of pomade, right? Smaller than a pomade thing, creams, $350. And then serums. What's a bottle of serum go for, babe?
It could be anywhere from like $1 to $250.
We're talking about pimple cream size, like a little fucking 1.2 ounce little serum, $350. Now, people ask me, what's your skincare routine? What's your skincare routine? I just use a really, really good soap, but I always wear SPF. Every morning I put SPF on my face. And my mom has always told me, put SPF, SPF. And if you look and ever meet me in person and tell me to take off my hat, you can see a big ass, fucking crazy ass tan line and whatever. Glad that it's winter. We'll get into that in a little bit. Anyways, this sidebar is taking way longer than I expected it to. Sephora, Ulta, these other places, because I went on live the other night. This girl said she worked at Ulta. I don't know what the fuck Ulta is, but it's some beauty store. That's, I guess, like Sephora. She said it's cracking. She says some of these makeups that drop, it's like a sneaker drop when you see a Yeezy line or a Jordan line. She said there's lines outside of Ulta Beauty on live. I went on a live with her last night. A fan of mine, she said that there's lines outside for certain lipsticks or lip liners or fucking eyeliners or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm like, what the fuck? When I think about my ex and I think about her makeup shit and all these brushes, and I'm like, bitch, you could use one brush, put that shit in water, and put another motherfucking color, couldn't you? And she's like, no, you can't. And I don't know, because all the brushes look the same. One is really big and like the fucking size of like a fucking like this big. Then one is like the small of a small little paintbrush and a bunch. They all look the fucking same to me. I don't give a fuck. But I do know that I like smoky eyes on my girl personally. But I'm just saying, like, it's just crazy, right? Anyways, the economy might be fucked up, but Sephora is safe. So, by the way, the next thing I'm going to do is maybe start a skincare line with men. I might have talked to Jessica Alba because she's going to Korea a lot before she started Honest Beauty. And Honest Beauty is what took her to the company to a billionaire status. So, where do we go? I don't know. That's a genuine conversation that I think everyone should have with themselves. And by the way, guys, if you don't have a 15-minute by yourself meeting every day, I don't know what you're doing. I have a by myself meeting all the time. And what I discuss in that meeting is, if you are failing or you aren't feeling like you are on point in your life at that moment, you need to sit back, reflect. You need to change. You need to evolve. You need to adapt. I don't care what position you are in life. If you follow those 4 things right there, you are going to be all right. I promise you. Not everyone can be a jeweler. Not everyone can be an NBA player. Not everyone can be a PGA golfer. Not everyone can be a famous stylist. Someone has to take out the trash. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, guys, people who work in sanitation, and I'm talking about trash men, they make 6 figures. People at UPS make 6 figures. Now, they say 6 figures is not enough to live today. Well, hopefully Donald Trump can bring the economy back and take inflation down, and who knows what the fuck's gonna happen. All I know is 2025, I'm going for blood. I'm not waiting anymore. My divorce has taken so much out of me, and I'm going fucking hard body, period. I'm going for jugular. Switching gears, got to give a big shout out to Bettinardi Golf. Shout out to Sam Bettinardi, Bob Bettinardi, and of course my team Nico and Ryan and all the Bettinardi dudes in Chicago. Bettinardi just released a press release earlier this week. If you saw on my page, I'm officially on the Bettinardi team, on the staff ambassador. I'm sponsored by Bettinardi. It is a big honor. It is a massive honor. As you guys know, for 2 years, I was signed to TaylorMade, one of the largest golf brands in the world. Now I'm working with a smaller brand, but a boutique brand. So just because Zara or Levi's or fucking, Jesus Christ, Polo's still pretty big, but it's still pretty cool. Obviously, Gucci's not to be fucked with. Hermes is still a very high-end brand. It's still, brings in a lot of revenue. But Bettinardi is a very high-end luxury finesse putter brand that makes clubs and wedges. And I am honored to be signed to them. TaylorMade is a full-service company. They've been around for a very long time. Obviously, they have Tiger Woods, some of the best golfers in the world. But Bettinardi is a powerhouse and is a family-run business. And I like the way that I'm treated there. And if we're talking about compensation, it's actually about the same. So it works out better for me. Now, my future with the Woods and irons are up in the air. I just received the Oracle Red Bull F1 collaboration with TaylorMade. They're absolutely fucking gorgeous. In fact, I need to hold on. This is absolutely fucking beautiful. Anodized blue, forged, graphite tour, beautiful Modus Japanese shafts. Look at this blue carbon fiber, the red little detail there. These are P790s. Golf Pride exclusive TaylorMade grips. These could be my gamers, no cap. And the reason why I'm going to San Diego for the next few days, and by the time you listen to this podcast, I'll be coming back from San Diego, is because I got a fitting at the Kingdom. And shout out to Greg Manley and my boy, The Stranger. But I'm having a little issue with my 5-wood right now, and I was struggling a little bit with that 200 to 215 yard distance, and I was getting some weird numbers. And my Stealth 2 5-wood is my faithful. I love that club. So I'm thinking about going to a 2 hybrid, which is a tour only club, but we'll see. And if not, then I think I might drop off to a higher lofted 5-wood just so I can launch a little higher, right? The pings never worked out. I think I did tell you guys that pings got sent to me. And remember, guys, I don't talk about golf very much on the show anymore because this is more of a show that we discuss just more relatable stuff between me and Jimmy's lives. And golf's not really a big part of his life yet, even though he just started. So we will see. So the future is unknown right now. I do love these 790s. I do shout out to TaylorMade, even though I'm not officially signed to them. I am taken care of by them. They do send me clubs, and the pings didn't work out. They were more fade driven, whereas my TaylorMade woods are draw driven. So back to my golf game. By the way, guys, I am playing the absolute best golf of my life right now. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm happy or if it's because me and my girl are in a great place. I think it could be a combination of everything. But I will say, and I've said this before in the episodes of BTB before we transition to Cold as Ice, one thing that's beautiful about golf is that it truly is parallel to life, at least my life, and I think life in general. When you think about the integrity of the game, not lying about where the ball lies, it being so difficult to make a GIR, to keep your ball in play. And if you hit a bad shot, how do you get out of that? And that shows resilience. That shows a lot of you have to have tenacity. You have to have patience. And these are things I never had before in life. And going through my divorce and going through the toughest parts of my life, I realized I found out who I was on the golf course. And that's when I decided to get focused, and everything else fell in place. Me being a better dad, me being a better co-parent with my ex, me being a better person to society, me being a kinder person. And I think that I can't see her right now in my peripheral vision, but I think my girlfriend's probably side-eyeing me and being like, better person, you're a fucking animal. But for real, golf will always be there for you. And for those of you who do have the access and are fortunate enough to be able to play, whether you go, and I've told you guys this before, go to Goodwill, go find a fucking garage sale. You don't have to have the best clubs. You know, Jordan Winter, I played golf with him a week ago. He had fucking played great. And I don't want Jordan to sound like I'm killing him right now. This motherfucker had some clubs that he got from fucking, not even Big Five. This motherfucker got these fucking clubs from Big Two. This shit was some fucked up shit. Like, man, bro, I'm about to get some, I'm Jordan, by the time you listen to this, hopefully I will grab some new clubs from TaylorMade for you. But the point of this is Bettinardi makes some of the most beautiful irons that I've ever seen in my life. They're also forged, and their CBs are great. The MBs, the muscle backs are great. Cavity backs are great. I'm not sure, and I'm going to get a full fitting at LA Golf, get my shafts, figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust the lofts because I was losing about 5 yards per iron. And now I'm going to add +2 lofts on each one of my irons on the Bettinardis. I might be gaming them. So at that point, I would strictly be using TaylorMade woods, except for my Ping 5 Hybrid. So anyways, golf game is impeccable. I will keep you guys updated. Actually, I won't be able to I don't think I'm going to be able to do a show next week, but I will give you an update. We're going to Arrowwood. Shout out to Mike, Patrick, the whole team at Arrowwood. My girl is going to have the first round of her entire golf career, which is I'm excited to talk about eventually. And we're going to check out Goat Hill. We're going to check out the crossings. We're supposed to play the farms, but stranger had to jump into a thing. But you know how I feel about North County, a lot of San Diego guys. You know I am a big fan of Carlsbad, Oceanside, Encinitas, Leucadia, and Cardiff and all that stuff. You know what's crazy? Real quick, before we stop talking about golf completely, I was watching Gary Player, and he said something, and it was crazy because he's in his 80s, in his mid to late 80s, and he said, how do you stay so fit? And he said, you know, I still go to the gym. I do lightweight, a lot of reps, and the key to, you know, me being still good in golf is that I undereat every day. And as I'm saying this, I just had an entire fucking personal pizza after my 8:45 intermittent fasting time from fucking Prince Street Pizza, because my girlfriend weighs 92 pounds and doesn't give a fuck, and she will order a fucking large pepperoni pizza at 11:45 and not have any shame or nothing, and then eat a bowl this big of Cheetos and hot Cheetos and Doritos and everything, and then finish a cake, and then go eat some gummy bears and eat whatever, and then finish a beer, then go brush your teeth and be like, okay, cool, and then wake up and be 91 pounds. How? We need to get a scientist on the show and we need to get a motherfucking neurologist on the show and figure some shit out. But yeah, I do believe there's some trauma when growing up in an Asian household, growing up in a poor family. Whatever you had on your plate, you had to finish. And I've always had that. It's just been PTSD in my head. If I don't, you know, I get mad at my kids if they don't finish their food, even though they do live a very privileged life. I was unfortunate to have the shit that they have growing up. But I do realize I always get the largest portion. I always ordered way too much. And earlier today, I had a bowl of pho, and I always get extra noodles and extra meat. You know what? I didn't. Because one, I knew that she wasn't going to finish her food. But more importantly, I just need to eat regular portion food. I can't be on this cheesecake shit. I can't be anything else. And I'm thinking about even taking a little bit more time off. So pretty much my last meal of the day is at 8:45. My first meal of the day is usually somewhere around 11 or 12. My first thing I consume would be coffee, but that's pretty much like a diuretic as it is, even though it breaks the fast. But instead of going to a 14-10 interval, I'm thinking about going to a 12-12 interval because it might make me and my relationship a little better. So I can fucking join her and indulge in some shit. But yeah, I think Gary Player said it best. Allegedly, it makes you live longer if you undereat. I lied, guys. I lied. If you live in the Hollywood area, West Hollywood, well, if you live in the Valley, period, anywhere from Encino, Tarzana, North Hollywood, Van Nuys, Studio City, North Hollywood, Valley Village, or anything like that, there is a new golf place called The Valley Golf. I think the Instagram is at The Valley Golf Official. And my old coach, Ron Del Barrio, RDB, him and my boy Christian have started a new golf simulator center. And the crazy part is, this is not just like a regular range. It doesn't matter what level you are in your golf game. They're cheaper than City Golf. They're about the price of a large bucket of balls at a regular range. The only thing is, you're going to have a $50,000 simulator technology. You're going to have all the paths, ball speed, club head speed, fade, draw, your every possible analytic you could think of with golf. And my girl is pretty new to golf. And then she started around the time I started, but then she took a year and a half off. Now she's about 4 or 5 lessons in and she's addicted. And she went in there. They have a beginner level. I'm going to bring London in there soon and he's going to start doing things. I was striping balls. I had 52 balls, approach shots, 52 and 6 greens I missed. I never have ever had anything like that in my life. I was on fire. And 4 out of those 6 were touching the green, so on the fringe. So just where I'm at with my golf game, I really think that the Valley Golf is just, it's City Golf is good, or if you own a simulator, great. But this is just, they have everything covered. They have 4 bays. They serve alcohol, and I think they're going to be selling it soon. They've only been open for about a week now, guys, but definitely check them out. They're in Valley Village, around the corner of Whitsett and Riverside Drive. And yeah, no more golf talk. Just wanted to get that out the way. Real quick, I got to give a rest in peace to Quincy Jones. What else can I say? Legendary icon in the music business. A lot of music today wouldn't exist without him. Spectacular man, amazing dad. The other day on live, someone asked me, hey, tell me a Quincy Jones story. And, you know, I don't save my lives, so they don't get archived. But now I'm glad this is on video so I can talk about it. I met Quincy Jones in 1987. And my cousins, Simone, Stephanie, Denise, Kalinowski, they went to school with all Quincy Jones's, well, 2 of Quincy Jones' daughters, Kadada Jones and Rashida Jones. Obviously, Rashida Jones is a famous actress. Kadada Jones was engaged to Tupac, right? These are friends of mine I've known since I was a teenager. And it's just a wild thing. Quincy just been someone I idolized, you know, growing up. Michael Jackson, I mean, the Strawberry Letter 23, Brothers Johnson, Frank Sinatra, you name it, right? It's just a legend. So in 1994, I'm DJing the Black Oscar party for Denzel Washington at Georgia Restaurant on Melrose. And, you know, everyone is there. Wesley Snipes, Denzel, I can't even start. And Quincy's there and I see him. And I'm like, yo, Q, what's it weighing like? And, you know, I think he has something like 60 Grammys, something ridiculous. But he had won an Oscar that night for a soundtrack. So I said, hey, you know, and I put my hand out, I'm the DJ. And he saw me. He's like, oh, he recognizes me from Kadada and them. And I was like, I was just curious, is it heavy? And Q just handed me the Oscar, man. And it was dope. It was the first time I ever held the Oscar. It was 1994. And then 2 years later, his second oldest kid, Martina Jones, I ended up actually living with her. Nothing sexual, nothing funny like that. I'm not a weirdo like you guys. I don't have to. I could have platonic relationships. Me and Martina lived together for almost 2 years right off of Melrose. It's crazy. And Martina's brother, by the way, Quincy has like 7 or 8 kids with like 3 different women. Kadada Jones and Rashida, their mom is Peggy Lipton. Martina's brother was Quincy Jones Jr. So QD3 was one of the most famous producers ever. He produced Ghetto Bird for Ice Cube. He produced a lot of Tupac songs, produced a ton of shit. Then he owned the Beef tapes, if you guys remember back in the day when the big tapes were coming out, Beef. But I haven't seen Snoopy in a while. That's his nickname. And yeah, I had a relationship with Quincy, and it's just it's unfortunate. But he's 91 years old. Shit, if I could live to 91, it'd be fucking amazing. I don't think I'll live to 75. So that's awesome. Hopefully, by the time this airs, LA will not have riots because Donald Trump is the president, and I don't know what to say. But earlier this week, LA had its parade. We didn't get to celebrate in 2020. I was contemplating on going, and my girl actually lives in downtown, and I thought about it, and I was like, hell fucking no. So she ended up staying here with us, and it was just fucking nuts. They said it was 150. I think there were 300,000 people. I mean, there was a sea of people everywhere. The crazy part was you couldn't move on the 101 from 9th Street, which is pretty much Staples Center, all the way to Dodger Stadium. You could not move. The 110 was just stopped. Now, 6th Street from Boylston all the way to probably Los Angeles Street, no way could you probably go anywhere. They blocked off 2nd Street starting at Spring. At Spring Street, they blocked off. So it was just for, 5 or 6 hours? 5 or 6 hours, you were fucked. And I'm not going to get into the details of exactly where she lives, but, it was just not something I thought, especially with me having ulcerative colitis, me just being a public figure, I think it just wouldn't have been the best idea for me to pop up there and be like, yo, what's good? Yeah, let's fuck it. Unless I was on the bus with the motherfucking Dodgers. But yeah, no, I missed out. My boys from Riff LA, they went up there. But once again, big shout out to the Dodgers, man. I'm so happy for my boy Walker Buehler. There are rumors right now that we might sign Juan Soto. If we sign Juan Soto, we will legit be the 2017-2018 Golden State Warriors. We will be unstoppable, and we're going back to World Series next year. This is crazy. And half of our pitchers were fucking injured. Freddie Freeman was fucking injured. We did what we did. And it's crazy. I'm going to have Nick Turturro on the show, by the way, guys. Is one of the biggest, most famous Yankee fans in the world. He's salty as shit. I know he's sick to this day. And I think, actually, I don't know. He might be a Donald Trump fan. I don't know. But anyways, guys, that's enough ranting. I just wanted to make sure that I got this in so you guys had something, a little fix. I appreciate everyone that listens to the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I know the guys that do drive trucks. You guys hit me up, and you guys want the hour episode, the hour and a half, and all that. Unfortunately, Jimmy Boy, again, is living his best life in London, in the UK, and he's going to have to give you a solo dolo. Make sure that motherfucker gives you 45. Miles, Jordan, don't let that motherfucker off unless Jimmy Boy need to give you 45. He's good and he's ready. And I can't wait to listen to that episode because I don't listen to my podcast because I hate my voice. But by the way, after Jimmy's episode, we'll do fan questions. It'll be a month. Goddamn, time is flying, guys. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Christmas is around the corner. I am trying my best not to be the Grinch because my girl is very, very, very holiday oriented. Holiday oriented, not Oriental, even though she is Asian. No, I'm fucking with you guys. I was going to share something, but I'll wait in a couple weeks. But yeah, the holidays are big. They're coming around. Guys, there's like 7 weeks left until 2025. And I'm just super blessed, super excited. The nightmare is almost over. My nightmare is coming to an end by next week. And I pray to God that, I'm breathing. I'm live. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm blessed. Like I said, if I could be better today than I was yesterday, then God willing, be better next week than I was this week. That's all I could ask for, even if it's 1% better. All I got to say, guys, is this is not your practice life. Make it a great day. Be better. Thank you again, y'all. Make sure you subscribe. I will see you guys next week.
This lifestyle we live, man, it's cold as ice. We took a chance to fall, now we set the price. This lifestyle we live, man, it's cold as ice. We took a chance to ball, now we setting the price. Let's get it.